have to look a certain way? Your new boo?
I don't want him to be unattractive.
Okay.
I'm not saying I want a pretty boy, but I, I'm beautiful.
They trying to keep a straight face. Nah. Hey, I gotta give it to them. They trying to keep a straight face. I think there's some kind of glitch in the matrix. Instead of getting with a guy who's about the same level as you, because they're about the same, and they want to get better deal than what they are. Yes sir, we back again. Eternal K with Reelspicy. It's about to get hot, real soon with this next clip, man. This is DeeDee. I like DeeDee, man. She's been in the game for a minute, you know what I'm saying? She's over 100K subscribers. Go ahead and subscribe for her, man. Check her out, man. She get very reasonable takes, but she's over here reacting to the Kendra G Shingles a live session. I'm not sure if it's on Instagram, probably Instagram. But yeah, Kendra G, I like her too. You know what I mean? Go ahead and subscribe to her as well. So it's kind of like a reaction to a reaction video. But definitely got something to add to this. But go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip now, man, just so we can get into it blind. One of my guys sent this to me. Wanted to see what I thought about it. So here it is. Let's get it.
That boy,
This is so crazy because I always request, but I never get on. So
well, you on here now, baby girl. What's your name? Good morning. Happy Thursday. What's your name, girl?
Sabrina,
Hey, Sabrina. Where you from?
Chicago.
Come on.
Oh, well, I'm in Indiana though.
Chicago, close enough. You in Gary now?
Chi-Town.
No.
Oh.
Okay, let me just say first off, this is Just Niche. Shout out to Just Niche. I love her. She's a comedian, you guys. I love her. I love her personality. I love a lot of things about her. She's funny to me. It's just her attitude and her personality is really cool. It's good to see Just Niche on here because I am familiar with her and I do like her, you know, the way she come across and things like that. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. Let's continue.
Hammond. Okay, yeah. You damn near Chicago. What's your age?
I am 38.
All right, 38. And what's your sign?
I am a Virgo.
Come on. Virgo. All right, Virgo.
I'm a whole vibe, baby.
Girl, tell me about it. You bought suit probably. What you do for a living?
She said I'm a
What
whole
does the signs
vibe.
mean? I'm sorry. She's a Virgo. I mean, do y'all believe in that? Do y'all think the signs are accurate? I want to know. Let me know in the comments, but let's continue.
Virgo.
I am a student and I drive Lyft. I'm a hustler, baby.
Okay, you get out how you live.
I am a single mom. I provide for myself. I'm very independent.
Okay. How many kids you got?
I have one.
Okay. How old?
She is almost 16.
Okay.
She's 15. Yeah.
Nice. Let's just get to it. What kind of man are you looking for?
A man that knows what he wants. Of course, I said I'm a Virgo, and Virgos to me are very lovable, and they love.
I don't want to hear nothing about Virgos, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Virgos, the signs. I want to hear about what you doing, dog. You, God. Generally what Virgos do. Like, what is that telling me? But okay. Like,
hard.
Y'all love real hard.
Yes. So whenever
y'all love real hard, huh?
And date them, they're just not for me. I feel like I'm building a bear. And I'm tired of building a bear. I'm all out of that. So
you want to Prebuild?
She being the person that I
Did I just hear that? You building bears? You already built. You already built, ma. But to me, listen. If you are below average as far as your looks and your physical appearance as a woman, you're probably gonna have to do some things that most girls won't. Right? You're gonna have to, and again, I'm not saying get with somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, a bum and that bring you down. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying that you might have to work with somebody, especially if you're thinking you're gonna get with somebody good looking. You know what I mean? And you're not good looking. That means you're gonna have to bring something extraordinary to the table. I think there's some kind of glitch in the matrix in terms of, instead of getting with a guy who's about the same level as you, who might really appreciate, you know, your looks because they're about the same. You want to get with somebody, and I see this with a lot of women all the time. They want to get better deal than what they are, and it's like it's really the opposite. You know, if you're saying there's not a lot of guys out here that's on your level, chances are, especially if you're below average, that means you're gonna have to do more. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if you don't understand. It's just really simple, supply and demand. I'm just confused with a lot of ladies, man, in their approach, because I haven't gotten the guy I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and raise my standards, and that's what's gonna make me a new woman. Is by raising my standards. I'm not gonna work on myself or, you know, change what I'm looking for, or, you know, whatever is in your control. You're gonna try to put the onus on the man jumping over more hoops. The bottom line is you're finding guys that you gotta build, right? Because that's the only guys you're gonna find, especially if they look average to above average. If you want somebody who you think is fine or good looking to you, you might, and you're not good looking, right? You might have to do more. I don't know it's not rocket science.
She said you want to prebuild. That's that comedian coming out. Prebuild, child. Let's just continue.
I'm ready to expand. Like these guys, they get it.
Yo, she using these buzzwords, man. You ready to expand? Man, you already expanded. How much more can you expand? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to body shame, but damn. Before y'all get on that, man. Nobody body shaming. I'm just saying. Come on now. You it's low hanging fruit for real. You making it easy.
I think women really require enough these days. Like, I was out of the dating scene for a while. I had got engaged and it didn't work out. But it's like when you get back into the dating pool, like, guys are different. And
When was your last relationship? I'm sorry to cut you off.
when was it?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago.
What are your deal breakers, honey?
Liars, cheaters, manipulators, just a guy that don't know what he wants, not driven.
And why did you not get married?
He grew down. I felt like we didn't mesh like we did. He changed up his whole energy. It was just like we were in different places. So we agreed to separate and just be cool.
Now, when you hear a woman say he grew, what does that even mean, child? He grew down. What does that mean? I think a lot of these women, you know, like we talked about before, the echo chamber. One woman says a certain thing and then all of them just repeat it. And they just all say the same thing over and over and over again, not really making any good sense. And this is why they can't elaborate on what they mean. When what do you mean by that?
Exactly.
Give me some specifics on how he grew down and what actually caused the relationship. And let's not let it be one-sided. Let's say his part and let's say your part, because it takes two in order to make a relationship work. So if, you know, you have to have a part in it. You can't just, you know, just sit here and say, oh, you had no part of it. It was all him. That's usually not the case.
Okay, agree. Stop praying, be cool. Okay, so, God, Niche, do they have to look a certain way? Your new boo?
I don't want him to be unattractive.
Okay.
I'm not saying I want a pretty boy, but I'm beautiful. I might not be the prettiest woman in the world, but I'm very, you know what I'm saying, on that level for me. So I want him to...
What's that level for you?
They trying to keep a straight face now. Hey, I gotta give it to them. They trying to keep a straight face. Again, I'm not here to shame on nobody, man. I'm not the type to be doing that. Everybody's for everybody. You know, don't get me wrong. You feel me? You ain't never really gonna hear me too much gash on somebody for their looks. This is not my style. But I will say this, man. When somebody, and again, if you put the standards for somebody else, we're gonna have to be objective and tell you what the deal is too. Ma, come on now. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, I'm not saying accept any old body, right? That's just not what I'm saying. But I will say that at this point, unless you was to lose some weight and put your best foot forward, right? And to try to optimize what, you know what I mean, what you got going for yourself, you're going to be getting the short end of the stick. You're going to get the lower end of the market. Chances are, a homeboy that you were with, you probably saw a lot of the signs that he was going to, you know what I'm saying, be dependent on you or something like that, or he didn't match your ambition. You probably saw that, you know what I mean? But you thought you could change him, right? You like other things about him, but you thought you could change him. And then when he didn't change, you wanted to bounce out. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But whenever it's one-sided like that, I got to listen and put a little grain of salt on it. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I got to hear what you did or you know, your side of it as well. Nobody's squeaky clean. Like DeeDee was saying, you know, it takes two to tango, you know what I mean, to be in a relationship. You just made it seem like he just, you know, the weight and he's the anchor. But the reality is you might have weighed him down as well, and y'all just didn't see eye to eye, and y'all move to the next level. So at this point, just find you a decent average dude, right? And call it a day and try to build with them and know that, hey, it's going to be ups and downs. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Unless you want to put your best foot forward, lose weight, get right, wait till you get right to where you can start demanding that type of stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting ridiculous at this point. Even they like, oh, no, what we talking about here? And having that type of positive mindset and having that positive outlook on yourself. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. That's what you want to have. And that's how you could pull and get a lot of success for yourself, right? It's to think good things and to think positive things. But it's also the flip side of that is being objective and understanding what you do need to get better at so that you do get better, right? That you do have an understanding, a firm understanding of what your actual value is, right? And like I said, what do you need to get better at? What don't you need to get better at? You know, what are the critical steps for you to improve yourself? The only way to do that is really saying, okay, well, who am I? What am I? What am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go? And really evaluating, okay, here's what I'm doing. Here's where I'm at really. Obviously, she hasn't done that work, you know, and again, or she's expecting the same type of echo chambers that we've used to seeing, right? Is when we get together, they just coddle each other and don't really tell. Like, they got the look, right? Like right now even, they got the look and they're looking at her like, really? You know what I mean? But they ain't really saying it. They ain't saying, okay, nah, you ain't really that beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's great that you feel that way, that you don't feel like bad and negative to yourself. Great, right? You want to actually feel good about yourself so that you can wake up and look in the mirror and go about your business and be confident. But come on now, you know what I mean? For, like I said, the sexual marketplace, for a guy to look at you and say, do what they desire, they're gonna like BBW. I mean, she's a little past BBW, but they're gonna like BBW. They're gonna like whatever they like, and you're one of them. But
baby,
damn,
attractive people don't go around saying I'm attractive and I'm a usually other people say that about them. You usually don't go around saying it about yourself. Are the men that you're looking for going to look at you and view you the same way? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. If you're trying to attract a certain type of guy, then he has to think that way about you. It's not about what you think and feel about yourself. It's about what he thinks about you, because he's the one who has to agree to date you and agree to go with you. You could be attracted to him all you want. But if he's not attracted to you and he doesn't want you, that's never going to be a relationship. But let's continue.
Okay.
I'm a big girl, but I'm fine, and can't nobody tell me nothing different.
Big fine.
I want a guy who, you know, who
so he don't have to be tall, short, skinny, hefty.
I don't want him too tall because I am 4'11" and a quarter.
You're 4'11"?
Huh?
You're 4'11".
I'm 4'11" and a quarter. Yeah.
shorty, big fat shorty.
Yeah.
I thought you were so much taller.
So,
Okay.
like, I don't want him too tall where I have to just completely look up to him. So
how tall?
Make a certain amount of money?
no, but I do want him to be established, have a job, want more or doing better, you know.
All right.
So
let's do the Kendra Cam, honey.
All right, back it on up.
you really caught me on the damn.
Yo, look how she.
Up.
Oh,
Girl, you look good.
look how she leaned back on it, though. Gosh, what was going on with that? That maneuver right there, boy.
To back it
Oh,
up.
my shirt.
The reddest of flags.
Stop, girl.
Get the titties out my face. Come on, girl. Okay, Kendra Cam.
See you, boo.
Yay.
That's what you get. I'm beautiful and I'm proud.
Nothing wrong with that, baby.
Love your confidence. Let me ask you this.
Damn, she broke out the. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, boy. And I swear that's that maneuver. She was sliding back, boy. I don't know if she was sliding back, leaning back, rolling back. Oh. But like I said, she listen, if she just lost her weight, she'd be straight. You know, she actually looks like she had some shape on her, you know, and just like what DeeDee was saying, you know, you gotta keep in mind what the guys are looking for. And it's like she was sounding like, hey, whatever it is, you're gonna take me how I take me. But again, with him, he gotta stay a certain level and keep a certain level and actually want to get better. You know what I mean? And so where's that mindset towards yourself? So a guy's supposed to do that and you not. Okay.
The type of guy you attract, do you think if you lost a little bit of weight, you would attract a different type of guy?
Thank you.
I know I have, because I have before.
Bruh.
But no, I'm so confident. Like, I can grab any. I never had a problem meeting guys. The thing is, when we do get to a certain level, they don't really.
Well, that's the challenge, right? I think all.
Please. Okay. So she was about to say it. You're able to meet guys, right? The guys that just want to say, because we already touched on, most guys aren't getting it, right? Most guys aren't really getting sex like that, right? And so they'll women that'll come up to them, maybe they're below average or average to below average, they'll go ahead and what they call them trainer women, right? A girl that you might, you know what I'm saying, see if you can get your groove back on or something, you know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but again, she's telling you right there, right, is we're cool, right? You cool to meet somebody, you cool to vibe, you cool to go back, maybe, you know what I'm saying, have sex, maybe vibe, shoot some pool with, whatever. But when it comes to like saying, oh, we're gonna really like be together on a long term and we're gonna build together, it don't work out like that. Probably because again, you're not putting forth your best self, but you want the guy to put forth his. Wherever you find him at, average, whatever, you want him to be who he is consistently, but also get better and want more for himself. That's gonna have to apply to you. It's gonna have to apply to you, ma. But what I'm seeing a lot is the expectations don't match what you're bringing, and I think that's why a lot of women don't want to be asked what they bring to the table, because it's obvious at that point. What they expect from a man is not what they expect for themselves. They expect for the guy to like and love them as they are. Not that they don't get better, but they get better at whatever pace they get better at. You know what I mean? And they get there, they get there. If they don't, they don't. Like I said, it's a very interesting dynamic, right, that we're seeing. And I think, you know, it all coincides with the problems that a lot of women have when a guy verbalizes what they want from a woman, right? They say, hey, this is what I want. Here's my standard. I want you to be fit. I want you to be cooperative. I want you to have the right type of attitude when dealing with me. I want you to be humble enough so that we can have conversations and you can keep yourself accountable. You can play for the good of the team. Nobody's bigger than the team. When a guy says, hey, that's what I want, they have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because now you're held accountable, right? Now you don't hold all the cards. You don't hold all the leverage.
Like, all men tell me this. So, but it's not about just having sex. You want
really
somebody.
about attracting the guy that you want. So,
Right.
Tell him.
With
That's
the
what
guy
I'm
you want, are you able to attract the guy you want?
I would
Because
date.
Tell him.
Date. We could go out. We could do this. We could do that. But these guys, I don't know, they turn into liars, and that's probably me because I love her.
Now see, this is the thing, right? You see how a lot of the ladies, they be looking down because they probably hear themselves in what she's saying. Maybe not as extreme, and she's an example. They're like, damn, am I sounding like this? You probably are, right? If you, like, she not even hearing what they're saying. What they're saying is, it's your approach, it's your problem, that it's your outlook, it's your perspective that is not getting you the guy you want. It's your demands, it's the guys that you're dealing with, the guys that you're choosing. It's not putting your best foot forward, right? She went right back to, oh, but it's the guys. You really can't make this shit up. You really can't. Can't make this shit up, man. A woman won't tell you, okay, here's why a guy left you. But they'll show you if you listen long enough, right? I think the biggest thing is being able to, like, communicate and have constructive criticism in a relationship, going both ways, right? And I know some guys can't take criticism too. So like I said, we're talking about women right now, but I know some guys can't. But you know, there's a lot of women out here that just cannot take constructive criticism, and you can't just have a conversation with them and say, here's what I need. And it's kept to that simple back and forth and help and holding each other accountable. You always gotta pick a fight to try to win something, you know what I mean? It's gotta be about ego. You know, when you saying, okay, I'm gonna choose a woman to be with me for the rest of my life, well, I'm gonna really, you know, invest in this. That lady has to be someone I can speak with and talk with, and we could be genuine. It's the disingenuous conversations that go back and forth, that go around in circles, that really drains you, right? That really drains the hell out you, and it makes it frustrating. And that's why these little things, when you're in a relationship for a long time, you go back and forth on little petty things or little things throughout history that all your talking points, all your arguments, all these little things become circular. You know, it's hard to work as a team. Part of that is, again, can you be genuine in the conversation? You know, when one or both of you are disingenuous, you're gonna be arguing in circles, and that what's the point of that? What's the point? And so I'm seeing that in her, right? She's not even listening to the other ladies, right? You know, and so can you imagine if these were guys telling her, hey, why don't you lose weight? She'd probably flip out. She'd probably be really emotional, and you wouldn't really get to the root causes of what may be the reasons why she's not meeting the guy that she wants to meet.
Say this, let me chime in really quickly. Just Niche was right. It's about the guy that you want. You're trying to attract a certain guy that you want. Can you get him? Can you get the guy that you want? That's always the question. It's not about, oh, guys being attracted to you for sex, because we know a lot of women misconstrue the fact that, hey, they can get guys in their DM, they can get guys who want to sleep with them, but they're not getting guys who want to take them seriously for serious, long-term committed relationships. And
exactly.
That's the problem. Are you able to get the guys that you are attracted to? So all these 6 feet, 6-pack abs, 6-figure dudes, can you pull that dude, your preference, your optimal guy? Can you get him? It's not about, oh, these guys are turning and acting weird. No. Can you get the guy of your preference? That's what we're talking about. And so far, a lot of modern women aren't able to do that. It's like a transactional situation. They're not getting these guys to commit to them and marry them. And so you got to look at yourself. It's not about them. It's about you. That's your preference, but does your preference want you? Let's continue.
I don't feel like I have to settle for less.
Okay.
And I'm not going to. I'd rather be by myself. Hell, I was born by myself. Okay.
Then what?
So why do you think you're single?
These guys they're not stepping up.
What are the top three
Again,
things
it's all
you think a man wants in a woman? Top 3.
They should want confident, driven.
They should want. Man, these are good questions that I'm not, again, interesting stuff, man. They should want these things. No, but what do men want? Not what they should want according to you. And this is almost like verbatim, the same talking points, the same things that a lot of women say. I got to call cap on a lot of this stuff, man. I can't wait until some of these interviewers really dig deeper, right? And say, well, what did he lie about, right? Who did they cheat with you with? How did that go down? because I think a lot of the times they just say the same stuff. Like, yeah, to put the onus off of them. Now, one time did she say, "Here's what I could do differently." Now, one time.
Beautiful.
Okay, you got 1 out of 3 right. Top 3, beautiful is first. Fit, feminine, and submissive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a problem. Because if you're not being submissive to me, I'm not doing that to you. I leave that.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you this too. This ain't just a big question. This is a personal question. I just want to know. What do you think your top 3 flaws are when it comes to relationships?
Mm.
And be
That's
honest.
not for a man.
No. Your flaws. What are your flaws? You as a person with this self accountability. Kendra said I can ask a few of my own questions.
I get bored easily.
Okay.
I hear that a lot too. I get bored easily. Like, and I bet you she's gonna struggle to find the other flaws. But if you get bored easily, you're probably boring. You're probably boring. To be honest with you, there's not many times where I get bored. You know, chances are I got a lot of stuff I could be doing, right? There's tons of things I know I could do, like right now. If I feel like, let me go do something. Let me switch it up. Let me go do something. Let me go create. Let me be constructive. I mean, hell, that's a lot of stuff I could be doing right this moment in time. At the same time, I'm doing this. So if you say that you get bored easily, you probably are boring. And you need somebody to entertain you all the time. And I think as a guy, I won't say a red flag, or the reddest of flags, but that's something else that shows me, okay, you say you this and that, but you need somebody else. Just say you need somebody else to really keep you going and keep you entertained. You know what I'm saying? Even if she was like fit, right? There's nothing that's showing me, okay, here's why I would have to be with you, right? Nothing showing me, nothing. Kendra G was saying earlier, she was saying that every woman has a vagina, right? Every woman could give you that, right? So what can you give me other than that? That's what guys are saying. What do you bring to the table? What can you bring past the sex? Because I understand a lot of women like to use sex as a leverage tool to get what they want, to feel like they're in control of the relationship. But a lot of men out here, including myself, that are valuable, that feel like, hey, you feel like you really bring a value to the relationship. We looking way past that. Okay, I could get that. You know what I'm saying? If you one of the 20% of guys that's able to pull their fair share, you already know it's not hard to go out here and get one, to bag one, to be with one, because you know that you pull more weight than most guys do in a lot of different departments. So you already looking past the sex part. You already, you want somebody to fulfill that, but at the same time, you already know you can pull a bad one. So when everything is all even and sex is not involved, can we sit down and really vibe with one another? Can we talk and have conversations with one another? Do we enjoy each other's company, right? Do we have the same type of set of morals, the same type of set of principles, and, similar, like where we could really vibe and like really see ourselves being together long term, right? We have the same ideals and we have the same type of structure in terms of household structure and the roles that we want to fulfill. That's got to be aligned at some level. So this whole thing about submissive and all that type of stuff, like submissive just means like being able to work with someone and being willing to work with someone. That's all that means. You being submissive at your job, right? They tell you to be here on this time and to do fulfill your roles at your job, and you get paid, right? They tell you to be there, not to take the days off. If you take a day off, you're gonna call them up. You're gonna tell them, hey, I'm gonna take this day off. That's being submissive. Like, that doesn't mean that you are a slave or they're telling you what to do and you're gonna do it. No, that means I can work with this person and work with this person to come across and get to a common goal. To me, that's what submissive means, right? I don't want nobody I gotta tell what to do. I don't want nobody I gotta tell what to do all the time, and they're gonna do exactly what I tell them. Nah, that's too much stress. That's too much energy for me to have to, use up. I'd much rather be with someone who, has some answers and solutions themselves. But if they need guidance, I'm here. I'm the man. Of course, I'm gonna have guidance. I'm gonna have solutions. If you don't have none, I'm gonna give you something to do. But I'm hoping that you already got something that you feel like you should be doing, and we could discuss just to get on the same page and making sure we're doing what we need to be doing with the greatest impact that we could be doing for what we need to do. But we could have that conversation and we could work towards a common goal, and you could be someone I could work with. You're not just gonna get emotional and say, hell, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna do it because that's what the team needs. Do you understand what I'm saying? And same thing with me. I'm gonna do it because that's what the team needs. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna be off of, oh, we had an argument, so I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna do it regardless. That's what people do. That's what grown folks do. But a lot of times, people want to be in relationships, and then as soon as you talk about submissive, they well, I ain't gonna be with nobody. They gotta be submissive to me. And it's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the question means. That's what I'm talking about, being disingenuous, man. People right away go to try to talk about their points and try to be right about the situation, try to be right about the conversation, whatever their talking points are. They just want to be right. They want to look good because obviously she's on a dating show, you know what I mean? And so she wants to be shown in a good light, but you got to be genuine. You come on the show, you got to be ready to, you know what I'm saying? Especially you already know the questions that's coming out. So just be real. Now look, as I pause this, everybody look concerned for her, man. She in fantasy land. Can't be saved.
I could probably do more as far as like working on myself, even though I'm self-confident. There's just stuff about me, like my health wise, that sometimes I get a little lazy when it comes to stuff like that.
Okay.
But I don't really.
That's cool.
No,
keep. Girl, come on. We all got flaws now. We got to be
please keep going.
Lazy. You could be what's the first one? And then one more.
It's so hard.
I picked the wrong guy.
Okay.
Listen, when you ask a woman a question, those types of questions, they always stutter. They always stop and stare because you never really thought about that. You never thought about your flaws. One major one is very obvious. She is overweight. She's 4'11". I think that's what she said. She's overweight, and that is probably one of the main contributing factors as to why she would not be able to get the man that she desires. I'm just saying. And you could be confident within yourself, but you got to know yourself. You got to be self-aware and know the things that you need to work on and work on them, not just know them and joke and laugh about it. No, but understand that the things that you need to work on are probably the main reasons why you can't get the guy that you think you deserve or want. Most men who have who are confident men, who are strong men, who are men with preferences and things like that, upstanding guys, they're not going to want an obese woman. That's just what it is. And these women may run across some man who doesn't care, and he just, he don't care who he sleep with, and he just grab her up and sleep with her and make her think he like her, and then ghost her afterwards. And that's what a lot of them find them, situations they find themselves in. And I'm not saying that's right, but that's just the reality of the world that we live in. We can't control what other people do, but we can damn sure control ourselves and what we do and what we allow in our lives. And so, if you're looking for something great, then you have to be great as well. You can't come to the table subpar and think that the men have to be so outstanding and just everything that you could ever want, and you're coming to the table half-ass. So no, that's why it never works out. That's why it doesn't matter if you have a degree, how much money you make as a woman. It doesn't matter, because what do you have besides that? It's not all about the money for the men. If you looking for a man who makes the money, he don't really care about how much money you make. Now, there are some men who may not make as much, and they're saying, you know what? Yeah, we do care about how much money you make, because we need to put this together. We need to put our resources together. So, you can be as confident as you want, but when you're out here looking for something or someone, you got to take into consideration what it is that they want. Because if they look at you, you could be attracted to them all day. But when they look at you, are they looking at you and they're as attracted to you as you are to them? Because if they're not, they're going to keep it moving, baby. You ain't getting in a relationship with them.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I see a lot of women that swear that they doing business, and probably they are, but I don't understand how you can think that way in business and not understand that also applies to to relationships. You know, what you bring and how you bring it and the quality that you are and the person that you are, it matters. It matters to the guy, right? It matters to the market, right? What they're getting. That helps sell you, right? Not necessarily that you're selling yourself for money specifically, but you're selling yourself to be with someone else, right? For them to understand what you bring so that they could say, okay, yeah, you know, and make the right decision, make the educated decision, make the informed decision, saying, okay, you know what? This lady, she knows what she brings. She's confident in what she brings. She works to bring it, and she continues to try to improve what she can bring. You know, you want to continue to get better versus the skill, the knowledge, you know, and then patience and just any and all of that, you know, that you need to continue to be the person that you need to be. You know, we're all trying to get to some place, and it's hard to get there being the same person that you are. You know what I mean? You're going to have to improve. And so if you want to go ahead and check this video out, go ahead and do that. Go on DeeDee's channel and subscribe and like her video. First of all, like I said, I think she brings a lot of quality content, a lot of reasonable content. It makes sense. She's very intelligent. I love her videos. I like what she got going on. So yeah, check her out, man. And that was my opinion. And you know, and like I said, I like to keep it raw. I like to tell it how it is. But you tell me how it is. Tell me what your opinions are. Hit that the comment section and hit that like button. Pound on that like button, man. Can't stress that enough. And if you're new here, or if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And look, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you kicking it with me. Until next time, be easy. We out.